Hey guys, it's Chey. Welcome to the channel if you are new, and if you're not, hey boo. I kind of went MIA because I had some family come into town and one of my besties came to visit me. His name is PR Firecracker. We did a get ready with us over on his channel. So if you guys don't follow him, you definitely need to follow him. And you can thank him if the setup looks really good, okay, because he kind of helped me adjust my settings. I'm still getting used to it, so it's a little bit different for me. So if you're noticing like an upgrade, you have him to thank for that, okay? Because I am not tech savvy at all. Anyway, today's video mostly focused on my P.Louise budget box for the month of June. And I also wanted to just throw in some products that I have in my collection but I haven't been able to try. So if you like it here, if you like my vibe, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And without any further ado, we're gonna go ahead and get into the video. All right, so we are coming with the skin looking crusty and dusty. So I'm gonna be doing the Shelby Ann skin prep routine, taking the THAYERS Milky Toner and really pressing it into the skin. Then I can't stare at these dry lips anymore. So I'm taking the P.Louise Stay Shining Lip Oil and moisturizing these lips. Then I'm taking the e.l.f. Thirst Burst drops. I usually do 3 to 4 drops and apply that onto the skin, really pressing it in. This is my favorite part, is with the serum, because you just want to massage the face. Then we're getting into these budget box products. This is an eye cream. It did hydrate underneath the eyes. It felt really nice, but I'm not really sure if I'm gonna notice much of a difference. Then we have a hyaluronic gel cream moisturizer. It's definitely more of a gel, but it's super lightweight. It really felt like water on the skin. So I'm going to let my skin set for 15 minutes and then we're going into primer. This is the One Size Secure the Sweat primer. I'm not sure if I should have used this primer, but I haven't used it in a while. So I did my brows off camera and it's looking nice and snatched. So now we are into the Make It Rain eyeshadow palette. And this is such a beautiful palette. So I'm starting off with this pink and blue shade. Now in person it looks more pink, but on camera it definitely pulls more purple. So then I'm going to start deepening up these shades with a dark teal and then a dark purple. I wasn't sure where I was going with this eye look, but ultimately I ended up doing a cut crease and I added some green on the outer tail. So I cut the crease and now we're going to work on the lid, starting out with this mint shade. And I'm just doing like an ombre lid. So I'm doing the mint, then the blue, and then we're gonna go into the pink at the end. And it's a beautiful gradient. And then I'm just building up those colors. And then knowing me, I just wanted to add a little bit more shimmer onto the lid. So I took this like blue shimmer shade and it came out really pretty. So this is what the eyes look like finished. And she's really cute. It's definitely different for me. It's giving winter wonderland. It's definitely giving something for not the summer. So I take this e.l.f. Halo Glow Wand, and this was actually pretty hard to blend out. It pretty much just set on the skin. So I really wasn't in love with that product, but yeah. So now we're on to cream bronzer. This is the Anastasia cream bronzer in Hazelnut, and I've had this for a while in my collection, probably since it came out. So it's probably expired. Next, we're going into concealer. This is the Beauty Creations Stay Flawless Concealer. This is in the shade C17, and there are 25 shades. Unfortunately, at my local HEB, they just had limited shades. And as you can see, this is very bright underneath the eyes, but I really tried to work with it, and I tried to layer it to try to build up the coverage, but it was just not working for me. So I tried to blend it out with a sponge because I noticed some grabbing. Next, I'm taking the Dior Backstage foundation mixed with a little bit of blue pigment, just so it's not so warm, because this is in the shade 5W. And the foundation really kind of helped marry everything together. Then I'm going into the concealer shade in C13. Honestly, I should have skipped this step because My under eyes were already bright, but I was hoping to get more coverage, so I was letting it dry down. Then it's time to get into blush, and this is a cream blush from Doll Beauty in the shade Beach Please, and this was a really cute and flirty pink blush. It layers really well, and as you can see, the pigment is there. So next we're going to go ahead and set the face using this Kimchi Puff Puff Pass powder, and this is in the shade Banana. And I will say that this powder is very blurring and very smoothing. Then I'm gonna go ahead and do some bronzer. I'm using Cocoa Naughty from Fenty Beauty, so it's just a soft bronze. And then I'm taking that matching powder bronzer from Doll Beauty in Beach Please and just flushing the cheeks, and I really do love this blush. So now I'm going to start baking, which honestly I don't think I even needed to do, because at this point my face isn't really moisturized. I used that one size primer. So my face was feeling a little tight, but it felt weird not to bake. So I only left it on for a little bit, and then I'm taking the Sephora Collection powder foundation. I really like this powder foundation, and I'm using that to just dust off the powder. And then I'm just taking a clean brush and dusting off the under eyes, and we're gonna go ahead and highlight the nose, and this is what the final look looks like. We're gonna get into my thoughts, but this is how it looks right now. So this is what the final look looks like, and honestly guys, I am not in love with this look, okay? Eye look is really pretty and cute. Let's start there. I seem to never really like when I use like a full color, but I mean, she's giving ethereal, she's giving mermaid, it's giving very just flirty fairy type. And I mean, the eye look is cute. It's just out of my comfort zone, but my base, y'all, I do not like it. And I'm gonna tell you why. Starting off with the new products that I tried out today. It was my first time trying out this e.l.f. Thirst Burst drops, and I really enjoyed this. This really helped to keep my skin nice and moisturized. I encourage everyone to use some type of serum. If you can't get your hands on this e.l.f. one, I believe that The Ordinary has their multi-peptide serum, and the Inky List has a really amazing hyaluronic acid serum. I would recommend those serums as an alternative to this one. I'm mostly focused on products that I got in my budget box for the month of June. So I did try out this eye cream. Personally, I feel like I need to try it a little bit more, but off of a first impression, it was very hydrating and moisturizing. So I did like this eye cream. Now, do I think it's firming or anything like that? No. It just gave a good cooling, refreshing feeling that just lets me know my under eyes are nice and hydrated. The next item that I got in my P.Louise budget box that I tried is this Rain Check moisturizer, and this is supposed to be a hyaluronic moisturizer. It's very gel-like. It has a gel consistency, and honestly guys, it's really not that hydrating. It feels just like you're putting on water on your skin. It is very lightly fragranced, nothing too overpowering or crazy, but for me, I didn't really feel like my skin is moisturized. And normally for moisturizer right now, I'm using one from the Inky List, and then my sunscreen is the Black Girl sunscreen. So sometimes I just use that as moisturizer because it's really thick. So I'm used to my skin feeling a little bit more hydrated, even though I have oily skin. I really wasn't too much a fan of this moisturizer. The next item that I tried, I've had in my collection for probably too long, and I don't really use it because I just love the Danessa Myricks Blurring Balm Powder. But I was like, let me give this a try. And this One Size Secure the Sweat, I don't know about her, okay? I am not sure how I feel about her. I'm not sure if it's because it's old or because my face really wasn't moisturized. Initially, when I put this on, I felt like my face was really smooth, everything was great. I'm not really sure if it's the primer or the next item that I'm going to talk about that I don't really like. So I think I want to try out the primer one more time to see if I like it. These concealers from Beauty Creations, I definitely don't like. Like, it was just very patchy, and I feel like the shades are off. and I'm gonna have to look at the shade range, but I got the shades C13 and C17, and they're just both light, and I just don't feel like I got any coverage really. Like, I feel like you can still see my darkness under the eyes, and I don't feel like it was smoothing. So I'm kind of disappointed with these because I really take my under eyes very seriously, but it could be a combination of just like my skin not being properly prepped. So I'm really not sure. I think I'll try to give these one more try with like products that I normally use. Yeah, I want to give those a second chance, but as far as right now, like, I'm ready to throw them away, okay? The other items that I also wasn't too crazy about were these e.l.f. Halo Glow Wands. They just didn't really do it for me. I'm not really impressed by this at all. I feel like with the e.l.f. Halo Wands, I just didn't get enough time to play with them. And it just dried extremely fast. I feel like it clung to my face. It wasn't just like, it didn't really blend out really well. It kind of just like stuck to the skin. So I'm not really too much of a fan. The next product I'm absolutely throwing away because it really stinks and I probably shouldn't even be wearing it on my face. And it's gonna be this Anastasia cream bronzer in the shade Hazelnut. And this has pretty much been collecting dust in the back of my drawer. So I was like, let me pull her out. As soon as I was blending it out on my face, I smelled something like rancid. It is a pretty cream bronzer, but clearly it's not something I reach for, and it's no longer good, so it's gotta go. The star of the show is the P.Louise Make It Rain eyeshadow palette. I really do like doing pops of color, so I feel like this would be a great companion palette for me. The shimmers in here are so gorgeous. The colors are pigmented. I will say that the blues and greens, even though they're very complementary, they all kind of just like look the same. Same with the pinks. The pinks are actually like more purpley. So for me, like in person, I feel like my look looks like a purple and like teal look. The pigment was there. It was just, I don't know what I was expecting. It's definitely giving cotton candy a little bit, so I'm not too mad at it. My lip combo is the Maybelline Lifter Liner in Cross the Line, and the lipstick that I'm wearing is Makeup by Mario. This is in the shade Midtown. It is a satin finish lipstick, so it's not matte, but it's not glossy. It kind of gives a sheen to the lips, so I really do like the lip color. I really need to pull out these Makeup by Mario lipsticks a little bit more because I actually really like them. That pretty much completes this look, and I don't know, when I try out new products, I'm so picky, y'all. It just makes me want to stick to my tried and true. But the look didn't come out too bad. It's just not as flawless as I would have wanted. But you guys let me know what you think. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.